Okay, patterns or real estate trends. I love this. Now, I love patterns. I'm following the algorithms and everything in real estate. Right now, what I'm seeing is, remember during COVID, everybody was, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna buy that secondary home, apartment, condo, piece of land, I'm gonna be farmers, I'm gonna go out in the country and live the life. Well, I'm seeing everybody come back or get rid of their secondary place or realize country's not where they wanna be. All the conveniences aren't a block or a few blocks away or a 5-minute drive. And that's been going on for about a year and a half, and it's still kind of coming to a head. So now the deals I'm starting to see, the patterns, algorithms of what I've been watching before, I'm starting to see big chunks of land where I'm salivating again. I'm like, God, I haven't seen this since 2012, 14, 16, where the prices are amazing again with the patterns. And then same with Pas de Terres, New York or Chicago or anything like that. I'm starting to see a lot of people realize we're hitting that cusp of either I can't afford that secondary home, or I don't want to be in the country, or things are tightening up. Yes, the market's getting there, but again, we still have no inventory. But I'm starting to see the exotic stuff, and not really that crazy of exotic, just big chunks of land, secondary homes, riverfront homes, waterfront homes, stuff like that, that were secondary homes, maybe third, maybe Airbnbs, because as you can see, no one on the vacation stuff is starting to tank. I mean, no offense, I don't like Airbnbs. I like clean, sophisticated setup, hotels, everything like that. Yes, there's some good Airbnbs, but not my cup of tea. And I think I'm starting to really see that trend as well of the patterns. So if you're following the patterns, following the algorithms, and there's a lot of other stuff, like I follow Bring a Trailer. I love that statistic because you can literally follow the patterns below. I love following Defender 90s, like the old ones, 88s, like Santanas, all that stuff. They're down, way down to where they used to be a while ago. And so now they're 18, 20,000, used to be 15,000, but they skyrocketed up to 30,000. It's gone like this again. So I'm seeing the patterns and trends of everything. And what that means is the extra money, the money behind it, all the median price, the average of every American, that's really dropped. Now we still have the uber rich, we still have the high-end rich that have all the cash that are still buying and snacking, but they're being very snatching, they're being very precise. We're not just throwing it out now, and we're making sure, because if you niche yourself with that Airbnb and you niche it so far that it doesn't work, then fine. Yeah, it's nice to have that one piece, but if you have a lot of disposable income, fair enough, who really cares? Go for it. It doesn't matter if it does bring in money. But I'm seeing a lot of people that don't have the disposable income either consolidate and start to hunker down because we either see the storm coming, we're in the storm, wherever you think we are. But that's the patterns I'm following right now, is we're starting to see stuff come back where I'm like, finally, we got some good stuff coming back on the secondary phases. First phase of, I guess if you want to say the first phase of just normal inventory homes, yeah, we're way down. We have no inventory because everybody's moving back to that safe harbor of, let's just get a home, let's get stable, and then we'll work on doing that secondary or exotic or farm or country life. Now there's the few outliers that are still doing that. Good for you guys, Instagram, all that fun stuff. That's great, but the majority is starting to consolidate hardcore and go back to there, and that's why we still have the low level of inventory, and that's why it's still good to sell and good to buy, because if you can find a home that's good, you can hunker down and get solid, because that's in your phase, perfect. I'm seeing a lot of people try to get out of the country, which is harder to do because, again, no one's going back out that direction. So if you have those outliers where you bought and now you're trying to get out of there, it's a lot harder. And I think a lot of people are realizing that. So you see those outliers just sitting there. Tough, I've seen that. So with all of this said, with all the patterns and all the trends, and you're like, all right, get to the point, what's going on? I'm seeing with everything going on, with the patterns going down, we're starting to see that secondary homes and everything. I think that's going to start going down further and further with secondary homes, land, everything else. So if you've been waiting, there are definitely good buys right now, and it could even get better. With primary homes in cities and closer to the centers, those are still going to go up. They will, because the rental market's still going up. The prices are going in there. Now, can the rental market hold with those high prices? No. If we get more inventory coming back, and then the people that are renting now actually can afford to buy, even though if it's a little outside the city, 20, 30 minutes, but they can buy at the same rate that they can do the rentals, they will buy. The catches, we're not there yet. We're about $1,000 off. So either the interest rates have to come down or prices have to come down, which I don't see either one happening anytime soon. Maybe interest rates next year will come down, and if they do, it's going to be a flood on the market with buyers, which again, as we all keep hearing, will pop up the price of the homes, because then now we have all these buyers. I can jump it up, and then maybe instead of $1,000 off, it's only $5 off, and then you'll get a lot of people grabbing that because I don't mind spending an extra $500 to have my own home. So that's the majority, the whole scheme, that's where the pattern's going, and we're starting to either going to go this way or that way. Secondary homes, land, I think it's still just going to keep going this way unless it's a great investment. And then we can go on the investment span of, well, if we're getting rid of secondary homes and lands and not country and farmers, and except for the few outliers, RVs, motorhomes, everything like that, the prices have gone down. I've seen them just, so although that trend as well. So now you either have storage units either being filled, but people are trying to sell them. So storage units and everything like that, will the prices go up or down? Because that was a huge trend as well. Well, not if everybody sells their RVs and whatnot. Now we don't need to rent the space. I've been driving by one forever. I'm starting to see a lot more holes in their RV place. Now maybe people are still camping. I'll check it again in a month and update you if they're all back to being full because the weather turns crappy and no one's camping anymore. Or half people sold them, like myself. We don't want ours anymore, so we're selling ours. We will maybe consolidate to a smaller one, but I'm seeing, again, people get rid of all the extras. Trimming the fat, as you'd say. So that's it for this morning. Captain Ron out, deep thoughts, patterns, algorithms, real estate trends. That's what we're focusing on. That's what we always focus on. It's all about the numbers, knowing where you're investing, where your money's going, because remember, it's your money. You have to be crucial on where it goes, how much you get back in return, and what you're spending it on. Captain Ron out. Have a good day.